You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Right, Chris.
The Premier League is back and we've got it all covered here on Leicester Till I Die TV. Subscribe.
Well, hello, good evening or good afternoon as it is now. Good morning, good night, good day, goodbye, hello. One of those will apply to you wherever you are in the world. We're having a few gremlins today, so bear with me. My server is down and it's throwing everything out. So I just need to load a few things up. So please, if you don't mind, can I come back to you in 2 seconds? That'd be very decent. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Just had to load a few things up. How are we feeling? Hope you can hear me. Hope everything is working okay at your end. Match number 2, and we are currently, we are today away. I'm just keeping an eye on the Brighton Manchester United game because I've gone for a draw in that one. What is the score at the moment? It's still 1-1, and they've got 92 minutes into the game. Depending when that one finishes, well, hopefully, it should be bloody finished in time for the Leicester kickoff. We live in hope. We live in hope. Let's just have a look who's in. Jordan, hello, mate. How are you? Welcome along. Gray is in. Gray, as always, it's a pleasure, mate. Is there no sound? Can you hear me or can you not hear me? Thumbs up. Now you've got me worried. Hi, Chris. Come on, Leicester. 2-1 win today. That's what I've gone for. Sound should be fine. Hey, Chris and fans. Hope everyone is all good today. That sound is good. Thank you very much. Gray is just trying to wind me up. Sort of thing he does. So, team news. You can see it there. Let me put it along the bottom as well for you. And here we go. So it's basically the same team that started against Spurs. It's the same team that started the second half against Spurs. Wasn't the team that finished. 6 subs we could have made, 5 plus the 1 for the concussion. We made 3. A lot of people. I met my son this morning, and he was saying that first half against Spurs was awful. Was it? Because I just thought it was good defending, and we are going to be up against those sort of teams where basically they throw the kitchen sink at us. And Spurs came out in that game going mad at us, as they would do. They want to sort of, thank you, Andreas. They want to sort of put us back in our place. They want to make us feel bad coming up into the Premier League. So they were always going to go for it. And I think it was good defending. 13. Gray's phone went on silent. You were blaming me, Gray. You were blaming me. And all the time, it was Gray. Wow.
You serious?
That's the question. Look, so I thought it was good defending. All those blocks, those corners. Look, 13 corners, I think it was, they ended up with. Didn't score from one of them. Now, come on, that's not bad for Leicester. Did Man United lose in the end? Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God, there's my first point of the day gone. The folks only had 4 points all weekend last weekend. And I start with nothing. I know a lot of people went for a Brighton win. We're going to end the Premier League prediction show now. We're not doing it anymore this season. It's over. It's gone. Oh my God! Well done, Brighton. Well done, Brighton. Leaving it late. So now then, is the game over, Gray? Is the game over? Because if it is, I'm not sure that it's over. Then I can actually go on with Brighton. So it is over, because if it's not over and Man United can get another goal back, I've gone for 2-2. So come on, Man United. Now there's something I never thought I'd say. But what do you think of the team? Look, it's the same team, like I say, that started against Spurs and started the second half against Spurs. Why change it? Why change it? We played well. Let me know when it's over, Gray, if you would. Yeah, why check? I get that. Skip is in the subs bench, as is indeed AU. And look, if you are wondering, as I was, is AU going to be any good for us? Are we signing OAPs here? Please do check this out. This went up on the channel. I did this at 12 o'clock. I didn't publicise it, and I haven't sort of publicised it yet because obviously everybody's following the game. But it is up there now. It's under the pick. It's under the pick. So go on to LTID TV on YouTube, and I speak to Rich from Eagle Eyed Football, which is a Crystal Palace fan channel. It's a bit of a mixed reaction. Like a lot of fans then with Skip, that they were sorry to see him go. Not the most prolific of goal scorers, but it's game over. Yeah, that means I can hopefully log in. Let's have a look. This is new for me because this is how I'm going to be able to watch the game today. So fingers crossed here. Look, he might not necessarily bring us 20 goals. Well, he won't bring us 20 goals a season. What he will do is he'll bring us a player that will go down when he needs to, get a free kick when he needs to. He's got that brain, and that brain will say, in fact, I just need to put my light on because I just realised I'm a bit dark. There we go, that's better. You can see how beautiful I am now. So yes, he will go down, he will get your free kicks, get your penalties, etc. But not necessarily going to get you 20 goals a season. Only got 4 last season. So check the show out anyway, because like I say, they think we've paid too much for him. 5 million with 3 million add-ons. The 2-year contract. Fulham, apparently, they have a philosophy where they only give 1-year contracts to anybody over 30. They've lost a few players that way. And we've got AO in. Look, I wasn't happy yesterday on the prediction show when it broke. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to give him a chance, obviously. Like I said, I was the same with Dakova Reed. I was very much like, who? Seriously? What the hell are we doing here? But he actually did, did all right in a couple of the pre-seasons that I saw. Oh my God, everything is going wrong today. Please, can I have my life back? That is what I'm going to be saying today. There we go. Just save that over there for now. So look, he'll get my support once he comes on the pitch, but I'm allowed to question why the hell have we bought him? But like I say, see what you think. Catch it out. Oh, we've got the old Twitch wankers in again. And I would imagine part of that 3 million add-on, Gray, is going to be, if we stay up, that will be part of the add-on. And obviously, if we stay up, we can probably then afford to pay a bit more. I guess, you see, when I was looking at it, I was sort of thinking, well, hang on a second here. Gray, tell me, I've not heard of this one. I just think when you're getting a striker, I think you need a striker that's going to get you goals. That's what they're there for. Like when you buy a goalkeeper, yes, you have to take into account that the goalkeeper's got the defence, and I've used that argument before. The same with the strikers, he's got to get the service. But look, check it out. LTID TV 1, the lowdown on Jordan Ayew, and we will be able to see exactly what Palace fan Rich, who very kindly came on before he went off to Selhurst Park, thinks. Look, we've got him in. He's here. He's arrived. The clouds parted. The sun came out. And he's here with us. I'll bring him in. It is, of course, JC himself. It's Brad. Hello.
Hello. How you feeling, mate?
I'm feeling a little bit better. I did my Jordan Ayew show this morning with Rich from Palace. And basically, he's a striker who's going to go down, get us lots of free kicks and possibly penalties, but he won't get us a lot of goals, and we overpaid 5 million for him. Basically, you don't need to watch the show now.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah, he'll work his bollocks off for us, apparently.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris, I hope you don't mind. I've just got something really urgent to write down. Brighton 2, Man United 1. That's a point for me. And what did you and Craig go? Oh, you went 2-2, did you? That's no points for you. Bye, everybody.
It's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
I was so ready to give you the point as well. Then BBC sent a notification saying Brighton scored 95th minute equalizer, and I went winner. And I went.
Thing is, I'm torn because yes, Man United lost, but for fuck's sake, I didn't get a point. I thought you went for 2-1, Brighton. I thought you'd got 3 points there.
Well, so did I, but apparently I went 2-0.
You see.
Still one more than you, though.
Gray says nearly, mate, nearly. But look, the team pretty much the team is a team that started the game against Tottenham, started the game against the second half against Tottenham, and to be honest with you, after that second half performance, I see no reason for changing it.
No, I don't either. It's a good strong lineup. If we come out with the right attitude and the right mentality, more so obviously like that second half performance against Spurs. But again, if we dig in deep and show the mentality against Fulham, because we are away from home, it's not going to be easy. then I'm very confident in this side coming away from Craven Cottage with at least a point. And I don't know about others, Chris. I know you've said before, teams like Fulham, with the greatest respect, that Fulham, Brentford, Bournemouth sort of team name, you kind of hope, no, you're not hoping, you're expecting something from it. And it's that old classic saying, isn't it? Draw your away games, win your home ones, you'll do well throughout the season. And okay, we didn't win against Spurs, but it sure as hell felt like one. And it was a bonus point, if you will, for us, the way being a newly promoted side. I would take a point. I know I haven't gone for that in the predictions league, but I will definitely take a point. They've got a good side as well, Chris.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with you.
That's scary.
It's away from home with a new promoted team. I would take 100% tomorrow, or today, in fact, take the point. But when you start the season and you look at teams, and I would look at this, and these are our opening fixtures here. If you said if I can find them, Spurs, I wouldn't have taken anything. I thought possibly we could, but Fulham, looking, we could possibly take something. Villa, I'm not so sure about. Palace, we should get something. Everton, we should get something. And you do that, and I'm not disrespecting the team because they'll be looking and going, Leicester, we should be able to get something from them. Fulham, the Castagna doesn't start either. He starts on the bench, which is a disappointment to Russ from the Cottage Talk because he liked him and thinks he's better than the guy that started. But if we can play, and I don't want to define our whole season on 45 minutes against Spurs, but if we can repeat that performance, there's no reason why we can't come away with the 3 points.
No, there's not. There's no reason why we can't come away with a point or all 3, as you say, Chris. We put the effort in and showed the commitment that we showed in 10 minutes of the first half and the rest of the second half. There's no reason we can't beat them. And again, I'm sure these teams will be saying the same about us as we're saying about them. But as long as we do that throughout the season, I don't see a point, Chris. So I'd like to say I don't see a point where we're sat here going, oh, we've taken a drubbing. Maybe Man City, but an unexpected drubbing. If I want to be more correct.
Right, the last time we played Fulham, that's what you're angling at.
Well, we kind of put tiny plasters over the huge crack in that game because it was 5-0 or 5-1, and it ended up being 5-3, didn't it? So it looked a lot better than what it was. So yeah, I don't see that happening. But it's also in a weird way, Chris. We don't want it to happen, but it's okay if we lose this game if the effort's there. You know what I mean? Because like you, Chris, I think we'll beat Everton. I don't worry about them because I don't care about them in the greatest respect. But I think Everton are going to have another worrying season. Southampton already look. I don't know. It's only one game I'm judging them off, but they look there for the taking. Villa probably just about goes into that bonus ball category, if you will. But yeah, there's no reason why if we apply ourselves correctly in this game, we can't get maximum points from the game today.
Yeah, and look, we want to get as many points on the board because we know there's a deduction coming, around Christmas time. Mavididi on the bench. I mean, the bench has probably got more to talk about because we've spoken so much about that starting lineup in the review. But, you've got Mavididi on the bench, you've got Ayew on the beach, and you've got Skip on the beach. Hello, Brad. Do we think Brad's gone to sleep? Or do we think he's just ignoring me? Gray says, Brad, Everton have got 20 lives. That is very true. Who's paused? Can anybody tell me who is paused? Because to me, Brad is paused. But to you guys, I might be paused. I don't know. Going for the draw. Get your predictions in. I went 2-1. I'm going to stick with that. from the prediction show. And actually, I agreed with. No, he's gone. I agreed with Brad. Has he gone all together? Yes, he's gone all together. So let me just do that. So yeah, Brad, I think went 2-1 as well. Brady paused. We've got Gavin Brady in, have we? Yeah, he's dropped out now. He's dropped out. 10 minutes off kickoff. So yeah, like I say, I think for me, the actual bench is more to talk about, because I don't. How do we feel about Mavididi being on the bench and Dakova Reed starting? Now, Dakova Reed took a hell of a battering from the fans last week over his performance. I didn't think he was that bad, if I'm honest with you. I would sooner start Mavididi over Dakova Reed. But look, I'm not the manager. I suppose Mavididi is more of a threat coming on than Dakova Reed. If you're playing against Dakova Reed, you suddenly see Mavididi coming on, you probably wouldn't think that the other way round. But I would have started him. Coley, the new signing, he's only on the bench again. Pierre now. What do we think again? Pierre has not made the starting lineup. Justin preferred on the right, Christensen on the left. I suppose you can't, after last week's performance, you can't not start. You can't not start Christensen. And he's one of my favourite players. I absolutely think he's brilliant. And I'm glad we managed to keep hold of him. So I suppose if you're going to start him and you want to put Justin in, and Justin can play on either side, as we know, then you'd have to play Justin on the right. I mean, you've got Christensen, is he left-footed or right-footed? I'm not sure. On the left, and you've got Justin who's right-footed on the right. It's... But it's Ricardo, isn't it? It's Ricardo. Ricardo has a rep of inverted player. Yes. Look, as long as the team's winning or doing well, that's what we're saying. Skip and Ayew on the bench. Ward is still the backup keeper of choice. And I think we've got Brad back. I'm not sure whether we've got Brad back on a camera or not, but we've definitely got him back. Brad, are you with me? Can you hear me, mother?
I can. My internet on the laptop, despite everything else working, just went, nope, don't want to work anymore. So, I don't know what happened.
Well, it's probably been down the job centre claiming benefit.
Well, he stopped paying me then, if that's the case.
Look, as we were talking bench, Ricardo again on the bench, but like I say, you can't not start Christian. So if you want to fit Justin in there, he's got to be on the right. I think Ricardo's an attacking player as well, but Justin, you can't not start the team that finished. Coley, the new signing, Skip, the new signing, and Ayew, the new signing, all on the bench. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it shows it's a bit damning on Tom Cannon, isn't it? If Ayew signs, well, paperwork was signed before midday. If he's getting straight on the bench with no training, no integrating with his team, over Tom Cannon, who's been training with the team for a while now, since we signed him, I just
not even making it on the bench, Cannon.
Yeah, I don't get what he's done wrong or what he's not doing on the training ground. And I'm sure Tom Cannon stood there scratching his head going, what am I doing wrong here, Gaffer, to not even be considered? It's very strange. Don't broke what's not fixed. So I'm not surprised that, the new lads haven't gone straight into the team yet. It'd be a bit unfair with them. Plus, we've got a game on Tuesday night, as you know, which I'll be in attendance for,
yeah.
and that will be the better time to see it. I mean, people might think, oh, it's Tranmere, they won't go strong team. I don't think we will, but then players on the bench will most likely get some minutes under the belts. Mavididi will get a start. I can imagine Ward will go in goal. You know, Ayew will get his first start, Skip, and the rest of them, and players like that. So, you know, it's hard to get people up and running and trying to kind of get the mix of giving game time to get players up to speed and playing your strongest 11.
Cannon, as Grace just said, he came from Everton. I think he had a couple of games in the Premier League, if my memory's right. Not vast amounts. Was he a bit of a panic buy, do you think, that we're regretting?
I mean, I think so, Chris. But also, he had that purple patch, didn't he, where he scored like 5 goals in 7 games. So he wasn't bad for a panic buy. I couldn't understand why the man who brought him didn't seem to really want to play him. I know he came originally because the thing is, Chris, he agreed to sign him even though we knew he was coming to us injured.
Yes.
So why all the song and dance to get him through the door? And out of all the panic buys, if you want to use that terminology, they could have made, why make one that was injury and wasn't going to be free to use straight off the bat? I can't wrap my head around it, and I can't think he's done that so much wrong that he's not getting a chance in there. Having said that, we said the same about Harry Souttar, don't we?
Yeah, yes. Gray just said 2 managers have wrote Cannon off. Maybe he shot his load. Yes, you were waiting for it. Get your predictions in, everybody. Maybe he was bought just on the strength of his Preston loan season, but that's why you buy players, isn't it? You buy them on the strength of how they've played, and he did very well for Preston. They wanted him. Look, we'll probably never know. Something may have gone on behind the scenes. Who knows? Just going through the Fulham side here. Leno, Robinson, Bassi, Shirley's son, Diop, Tete, God, it's not the Tete, Lukic, Pereira, not the Pereira, Iwobi, Smith Rowe, Traore, Muniz. It's got to be a side that's given respect, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, Chris, I've made no secret of it about him. I like Emile Smith Rowe. I think he's a good midfielder.
Yes, I did. Yeah, Adam would have been annoyed if we'd bought him.
No, exactly. And the thing is, I think he was harshly treated at Arsenal because they had him and Saka were the limelight. They were the new future stars. And just when it was kind of pivotal for them both to push on, Emile Smith Rowe got injured. Arteta seemingly lost patience. They went out and brought Odegaard to play in that position for them. And he's been in a shadow of himself ever since. So the opposite of having our players sort of stolen, teams like Leicester and Fulham, what do they go and do? They become their rescue home, if you will, you know, and get them in and they have a good few seasons with them, only for them to ditch them in 3 seasons' time when someone bigger than Fulham, which will happen, you know, it will sadly comes in and wants him. Probably Chelsea, because they haven't got enough, have they?
They're a bit sparse on a few positions, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Below 500 now, Chris.
Sorry,
their player count's below 500, so they need some more.
Well, they must got rid of a few. Look, I've gone 2-1. I think. Did you go 2-1 as well in the prediction league on this one?
You went 1-1. No, you didn't. You went 2-1. You're right. I mean, I went 2-1 as well.
Okay, Jeff gone 2-1. Do get your predictions in the chat. Fulham, hey big spenders, hey Gray. As long as they keep their gold finger to themselves. Scott is in. Hi Scott, how you doing? Ben says Fulham have 5 players we need to keep a close eye on today. I mean, when you look down that, it is a good team. How will fans react to Basse and Castagna? Was Basse an ex-Leicester player?
No, I think he's on about. Well, I'd assume I don't know. I don't know. Bassey. No, I thought for a
No.
second he was on about Bobby Dickova Reed, but Bassey. No.
No. No, I'm confused on that one, Scott. Explain it. Turvavente's gone 1-1. Ben Cross, I'm going for a 3-2 win. Look, I'm going 2-1, but we've both said here, haven't we, Brad? If it is 1-1, then we're both, we're not going to sniff at an away point. And Scott's sticking with his Desmond, and he's going 2-2. Yeah, I mean, look, he said, look, we can't get excited. It's been one game. I think had that game gone, say, 4-0 Spurs or something like that, we'd have probably been sat here going, yeah, well, it's what we expect, sort of thing, But Cooper does seem to have something about him, doesn't he?
He does. He's happily to put his hands up, allow the players to take responsibility. Well, tell the players to take responsibility, but take the responsibility himself as well. He's very happy to kind of go with his players. Right, that went wrong. This is why it went wrong. We weren't doing this. We're going to change it up. What I need you to do now is do this. You change to here, do whatever, and he changes things up. And that's something we just have not had for about 4 or 5 seasons, Chris, is a manager that, well, what did we get accustomed to saying, Chris? Substitutions seemed great, but they were always like for like. They were never always, he's gone 2 strikers up front. Oh, he shifted him out up front and put him on the wing. It was never anything too dramatic in the changes of the limelight. No. So it's good to see someone who's got some form of a second plan.
Yeah. Apparently, Bassey was an ex-LCSC youth player.
So memorable that we don't remember.
Exactly, Scott. Fair play to Scott for actually picking that one up. But I've got to say, I had no idea. I don't think any of the fans will actually be picking on him because they won't know. You know what I mean? But Cooper has an aura about him, says Gray. Yeah, he does. There is, look, but like I say, let's not get overly excited. And let's just keep everything crossed. We've had no Kate yet.
Maybe she's just speaking to you.
No, she's just messaged saying, "I'll come on if I can," but it's an away game, and if you find somewhere to park and all that sort of problem. At the moment, I have to say a big, huge thank you to Luke from Leicester City Down Under. Do go out and check his channel out. It's a good Leicester channel, and he's just starting out in Australia. And I'm not saying that because I'm moving in with him for a day and a half when I go over to Australia, but I'm able to watch the match because obviously it's not live on TV. And my server is down with my, my bits and bobs where I watch it via a certain wooden object. It's all. But no, thank you, mate. So Cooper's just walking out onto the pitch now. With his gilet on, and Luke is in. Luke says Cooper is happy to change quickly when things go wrong. He won't just sit there and wait for things to click. Saw that plenty of times, especially in our survival season under him. Well done. Do you need to go and sort your match out, young man?
No, it looks like I've got everything going under my end.
You got it all going under your end, have you? Well, fair play, mate. So far today, Brighton 2, Man United 1. Only Man United hadn't scored. Somebody might have got 3 points, but hey ho.
Yeah, and if only Brighton hadn't scored, someone else might have got a point.
Yes, thank you. Touche, sir. Touche. Ah, dear. We are about 7 minutes away from kickoff. Terry says, "Here we go then." Luke is in bed with COVID, and apparently she's a lovely woman. but Steph's not very happy. He sent me a picture through, and he is typically the man that's ill sort of thing. So, but there we go.
It's the only time Luke's seen a positive test handed to him by his wife, and he's not been petrified.
Very, very true indeed. I'm just trying this other way. So, again, if we don't get anything, are we still thinking as long as we get a good performance?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like you said, it's early days, and we already got the bonus point from the Spurs game. Let's be honest with you. As much as our optimism was, nobody in the world enough really outrightly gave us a chance in that game. And we've done it. For the first couple of games of this season, especially when we play teams like a Fulham away and a Villa away. Villa is at home, isn't it? I can't remember. But regardless, playing a team like Fulham or Villa, you're going to feel like we've got a chance to do it. And you're never going to win every game that you're the best team in. You know what you say, like, good teams find a way to win no matter how they play. But if we put the performance in and we can come away from it, like you said, Chris, if we kind of said at the Spurs game, we played like that, but we still lost 1-0, we'd be going there going, yeah, okay, we could have nicked it, we didn't, but there was lots of positive signs. If that happens today and we don't get a point from it, we don't nick a point from it, or we let a lead slip and draw, we're still going to be static. I mean, you know what? There was a lot more positives than negatives. Where you take away the biggest negative being that we don't get any points from the game.
No, totally right. Well, I'd like to say the players are in the tunnel, but you can't call that a tunnel. But they are about to walk out onto the pitch. So I'll let you go. Hopefully you can join me at half time.
Hopefully, as long as my internet wants to work, mate, I will definitely be here. I'm at the same stage as you because the players are just about to start walking out for me.
I think we are all at the mercy of Tinternet, aren't we?
Well, I'm watching it on something called Arena Sport 3.
Well, I am watching it on Optasport. It's not working the way I would normally watch it, so I'm having to watch it Luke's very helpful way. Oh,
have you at least got English-speaking commentators?
I've absolutely no idea yet. Ask me at half time.
Well, enjoy yourself, mate, and I shall see you at half time.
Brilliant, mate. All the best.
Take care.
Take care, buddy. Right. Here we go. No spoilers, everybody. Remember. I will. Chris, hello, Chris. How are you? So we're just bringing the team up here, and Fulham are going 4-2-3-1. Leno in goal. Tete from France, Diop, Bassett, and Robinson are their back four. Two in front of that are Sasa Lukic and Andreas Pereira. Then the three, you've got Traore, Smith Rowe in the centre, and Alex Iwobi on the left. And then up front, you've got Rodrigo Muniz, the other Brazilian. Castagna sat on the bench there, number 21. So Hermansen is in goal for Leicester, 4-2-3-1 the same. Justin Vestergaard, Faes and Christensen across the back four. Winks and Ndidi are the two in the middle. Ndidi holding on to his spot. Then you got Fatawu Buenete in the centre, had a great debut game, and Dakova Reed on the left. And of course, it is the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, Jamie Vardy, who is up front. So we'll just wait for the match to kick off. Please, no spoilers. Gray is in. He will deal with you. Just showing Steve Cooper here. It's Leicester going to kick off. Leicester all in blue, kicking from right to left at the Fulham's Craven Cottage Stadium. And Fulham in then home kit of white tops, black short, white socks. And we're going to kick off any second now, and we are away. I just need to try and get my clock right. Darren Bond is the man in the middle. There we go. So, first minute of the game's gone. And it's with Fulham at the back. Christensen, that's offside, I think. No. Yes, he was offside. Yes, he was. Please, if you can smash that likes button, that would be a great help. A free kick to Fulham there. Bit of a high foot in there. I think it's Alan Townsend, I think, on commentary here. Fulham now on this right-hand side. Apparently he kept that in. Oh, it's defended there. Defended by Vestergaard, who just boots it out. Taking no chances. So at the moment it's Fulham. Baz, Vestergaard gets it only out as far as the Fulham player, and they come again down this right-hand side. Can't badly controlled there, and Faze comes over there. Good sliding tackle from Wout Faz as he gets the ball out for a throw into Fulham. Fulham coming again. Oh! That was a good... it was a good save. It was an excellent attempt, but it was a really, really, really good save. Short corner. 1-2. Into the box. Out to the edge of the box. Shot, but Christensen... Well, it hits Christensen. He didn't really know much about it. It's hooked back in now. And it's headed clear. That was Winks. But it's hooked back in again. They keep coming. Bit reminiscent of the Tottenham game at the moment. Robertson chicks it back in. But it is all the way over his fellow Fulham players, but they've got it here now on the right. Looking to bring it in Fataru-esque. Now they finally get the cross in. And it's Vestergaard that heads it out again. Oh, but dealt with. Eventually, it was Vestergaard's clearance went up rather than out, but it was dealt with by Faz, who just headed it back to Hermansen. So, now then, had Leicester make no. Good defending there, in fairness, by Fulham. Now, Leicester give the ball away again. Robertson crosses it in from a Smith Rowe pass. Fulham. I thought Buenete had got the ball then, but he was adjudged to have fouled the Fulham player. Hi, Jim. How are you doing? So, 70% possession to Fulham at the moment. Oh, they got that. That was a bit lucky, but they got away without a chance on the far side. It's in the box. Teasing the defence. Oh, and the shot went straight down Mads Hermansen's throat. 7 minutes gone. You've got to say it's all Fulham at the moment. Good defending from Justin. Faz with the long ball up and over. It doesn't reach the Leicester player. It's cut out by Fulham again. And Fulham come back at us. Very reminiscent of the Spurs game here. Oh my good God. That could have been 1-0 there to Fulham. There's only 8 minutes gone. Number 11 there, dinking with the defence. Oh, he played a lovely ball, in fairness. Oh. I mean, that was... If a couple of the Fulham players had been further advanced, who knows? Oh, we've given it away again, indeedy. But he's got it back. Now he plays it out to the far side. Fatawu. Buenete now turns with the ball. Recovery takes a shot. Oh, it needed the save. It needed the save from Leno. And it's a corner to Leicester, the first corner of the game, I believe. Oof. I mean, it was on target and it needed the save. Jim. So it's a corner for Leicester on the near side. Oh, and it's headed out by Faz. They made contact, but it's out on the far side. It's a goal kick to Fulham. Smith Rowe is down at the moment. But 64.5% possession to Fulham at the moment. Just having a look what was happening with Smith Rowe. I think there was just bodies in the box, I think. 4 shots for Fulham, 1 to Leicester. Dino, how you doing? Just showing Ayew on the bench there. Sat next to Mavididi. They must be feeling a little bit like, why aren't I playing? Now, that was a good move, though. It was a good shot. So, goal kick here, finally. Smith Rowe is up and back on back playing. And it's a long ball up from the goalkeeper. Oh, it goes over the Leicester defender now. And Fulham have it on the far side. Chipped it into the box. Oh, Faz, though, was there. Clears it back upfield. Oh, Leicester. Indeedy again. He's not having a good game, I'm sorry. And that's a free kick to Leicester. Yeah, they're just saying Wink's not really getting into this game yet, but in fairness, it was a slow start for him. Against Spurs, Christensen manages to keep hold of it. And apologies to Indeedy, it was Fatawu who lost out there before. Faz, the Hermansen, who chips it up and out, to be honest with you. Yes. 12 minutes gone. Not the best of starts from Leicester. Oh, I don't know what that was. Fatawu going for the spectacular. Rooney. Mind you, the goalkeeper was out off his line, but that was never going to go in. Yeah, he was off the line, the commentator just saying, but I don't think he was far enough off his line to not get back. So, it's Leno with the ball. Playing out our defence here, Fulham. Lovely 1-2. They lose out, but then we lose out. Christensen got in there. Got a lucky touch, but then the lucky touch came off him. Now it's a Fulham throw. probably just about equal with the penalty box on the near side. Hi, Anthony. Yeah, I'd definitely take that. Definitely take that. So we are coming up to the first quarter of an hour gone. And I have to say, we are looking at Fulham, I've got to say here, are the better team. Vardy runs after that, but Leno comes out. Faust didn't control that very well. Took 3 Leicester players, though, to control it. We keep it in. Indeed, they're keeping it in. So Christensen. Back to Faz. Across to Vestergaard. He's got Justin on his right. They'll play it back to FaZe. FaZe, Faz, pays his money, takes his chance. Lovely long ball up. Tries to find Fatawu. Oh, well done to Buenete there. A loose ball, and he went in and he made it his. Justin now. Back to Vestergaard. Almost up on the halfway line. Somewhere that we didn't see much of it against. Mind you, he didn't really get much of a chance in that first half against Spurs, did he? Christensen gets it on the left. Plays it back to FaZe. And he gets back to Christensen. Comes inside. Back to FaZe. And it goes all the way back to Manson. I think we are those Turf of 8, the underdogs all this season. But there's a couple of good passes now. Oh, lovely pass from Vardy. Dakova Reed comes on the inside, but he's played off. Oh, that's not a foul, referee. But he's given it against Vardy. That was a lovely move there, Vardy. Well, Christensen gets the ball, plays it through to Vardy, who was offside at the end of all that, Dakova Reed, but then he lost out anyway. And yeah, actually, in fairness, Jamie Vardy did give a bit on Bassi. So we just need to temper those runs a little bit, Dakova Reed and Jamie Vardy. The free kick's taken by Leno. And Fulham have it on the far side. Jinks onto the inside and plays the ball up and across to the number 2 on the near side for Fulham. It's starting to rain. You can see rain on the camera. Now, if that was a fair foul, Leicester have the ball in the centre circle. Vardy, I don't know who that was being clicked through to. I did a little back heel through, and it just went straight to the goalkeeper. Craig, good afternoon, sir. How the devil are you? Now, Fulham got the ball loose on the outside. Oh, this is going to be a goal. Yes, it is. 17 minutes. Emil Smith-Rowe gets the goal, the opening goal for Fulham. He had the freedom of the Craven Cottage on the far side. 1-0 up. That is Fulham, and that is the score. Leicester there. Don't know what Justin was doing. I have no idea what Justin was doing there. But Smith Rowe celebrating in the rain, and it is 1-0 to Fulham. Here we go again. So it's 1-0 to Fulham. 19 minutes gone. Craig, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to get one in before we go to Australia. Again, we've just played the ball through straight to a Fulham player. And you can't say that Fulham didn't deserve it. Fulham now on this left-hand side. It gives out for a throw-in off Fatawu. Did go for the corner. I didn't see from a different angle what Justin was trying to do there. That left-hand side is really causing Leicester problems. And again, that could have been 2-0 there for Muniz. They are having the freedom of the park down that right-hand side, whether Justin needs to come off or not. And he was between two defenders, the Fulham striker. Fowler and Vestergaard, what were they doing? Craig, just talking about the pub, like I say, mate, I go to Australia in 2.5 weeks, so I'm not going to fit one in before I go, mate. Well, what the fuck are Leicester doing? Way, way, way too easy. Fatawu, though, this time does get gets a tackle in and gets a throw in. Not seen much of Fatawu in this game. Cooper's looking at his watch. 6 attempts to Fulham, 3 to Leicester, 4 on target for Fulham, 2 for Leicester. At 22 minutes. Free kick for I don't know what there. We look second best, just like the Spurs half. Christensen. Oh, what the fuck are you doing, Christensen? Manson up and takes it out the air. Leicester do need to up the game. So, playing it back again to the defenders. Vestergaard. Almost at the halfway line. And now he's giving it away. Faye's in the way there for the block. Throw into Fulham on the near side. "25 minutes gone. Fulham 1, Leicester 0. And Leicester are being dominated here. Christensen deals with that though. But not a... I mean, he was played into trouble there by Winks. Why are we playing a ball to a player who's got 2 or 3 marking him? At the moment, it's like one of those training matches, you know, where you've got everybody round in a circle and they're passing the ball, and there's one guy in the middle that's trying to get the ball off them. It literally is like that at the moment. Joe, be careful what you're saying. Joe has gone into a timeout. What do we say about joking? Again, look what the fuck you're doing. You're playing a back heel and nobody's there. If you're going to play a back heel, make sure there's a player there. After we won the ball, plays it up into the box. It's way too hard for any Leicester player. Cover-Reed wasn't even running up for it. Body language is not good from Fatawu. We get the ball back, then we give it away. I mean, look, you know, I wasn't being disrespectful. This is a game you look at and you would hope you would get something out of, but we're not the Leicester that we're here. And I've been saying this for a long time now, so I have to say it to myself. You know, that we are not the club that we were. just so slow, Leicester. Goes all the way back to the Fulham keeper. Coming up to half an hour gone. Fulham 1, Leicester City 0. Only one team in it. The moment we don't look like we could get a cold, Gray. I think we're past that, David. Oh, Buonanotte, fair enough. At least he had a shot. It was very, very high, but Vardy headed. Oh, Vardy was offside again. There's a Premier League assistant referee hashtag stroke linesman there. Looked about 10. So half an hour gone. And we give away a throw in. We need to start closing the ball down. At the moment, it's just too easy for Fulham. Renette, they tried to call handball, but they get it now. Again, great defending. The Fulham player just got in front of Fatawu there. I thought Fatawu was supposed to be fast. So the ball comes off Reed, but it goes back to the Fulham player. They've now switched sides and they're on the far side. Coming back at Leicester. Lovely ball to the near side, kept in well by Fulham. Cut out the cross by Leicester. Christensen. But every time a Leicester player gets a ball, there's 2 or 3 Fulham players onto the Leicester player. Fast now. It's absolutely cats and dogs are here. Yeah, I can hear it. Vestergaard. I'll just hold his hands up. It's I've got nowhere to go. He's quite right. And it ends up back with Hermansen. Now he gets it back off him. Indeedy. Christensen on this near side goes all the way back to Faze. Oh, passes it all the way back to Hermansen. Christensen. It's over Reed now. Vestergaard. Indeedy now coming forward down this near side. Christensen gets free. He gets a cross in. Oh, that's the first time we've seen that all game. I mean, at the end of the day, Vardy was on this side. There was nobody following him in on the other side, but it is a corner. Leicester's second corner. It's 2-1 in corners to Leicester. And it's dealt with very easily by Fulham, it has to be said. Fatawu and somebody else jumping for the ball, missing the header completely. Gets it at the second attempt. Back to Hermansen. Justin. Phase on this near side. On the left. Christensen. It's probably been the more effective of the two wingers. Plays it forward, but somebody injured there for Leicester. Christensen there played it through, and the Leicester player just didn't run for it. Fatawu, plays it. Fatawu's body language is not good. He's shouting at somebody. Fulham throw. "36 minutes, 1-0. A little bit of a purple spell for Leicester, but nothing really coming of it at all. Free kick. Oh, excuse me, out to the far side. And my stream just froze then for a minute, but I'm not surprised with the way the weather is being. Coverreed appealing for the throw in. It doesn't. It goes Fulham's way. Again, caught the player, but it was deemed a foul. Don't know what I don't know what you're allowed to do these days. I really don't. Now, Winks. Fatawu goes round the player, and we get another corner. Fatawu there trying his best to create something. So it's a corner to Leicester on the far side. Remember, Leicester kicking from right to the left. Vestergaard is up. So is Faz. And goal! Faz! I told you he was a fantastic player. Oh. Let's not get excited. We've got VAR to contend with. Don't know what they're saying. We've got VAR here. Let's have a look at it. Vardy. Faz goes in. Is Vardy offside? Here we go. Oh, I'd forgotten the beauty of this. Oh, it's gone for an on-field review. Craig, are you doing fucking shoot? Are you announcing this before it's happened? If that is the case, I am banning Craig and I am banning Keith. You don't touch them. Don't touch them, mate. I mean, this is how long? It's a goal. It is a goal. It is 1-1. That must have been a 4-minute stop, 3 or 4 minute stop. Wow. Okay, guys, look, just watch your wording, okay? And the problem is, last season in the Championship, we knew straight away, none of this hanging around. You basically just best saying, while it's hanging around, just stay quiet. That way, nothing gets misscrewed or mistaken at all. That's what I hate about VAR. Yeah, the moment's gone. The moment has gone. I can't get excited. It's ruining football. Unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, it just makes it absolutely stupid. Oh, pass now at the other end, clears it. It was, but how long did it take them to decide that? And then why did it go back to the referee? I don't know if the referee gave it, though, did he? No problem, Keith. I mean, look, if you're going to say something, say it in full. When you type it, think, can this be misstrued? Oh, what a save from Hermanson. Yeah, so when you're typing it out, just think, could this be seen as a joke? Or could this be misconstrued? Only 3. 4 minutes. I know, it's absolutely disgusting. What is the point? Play on there. Benotti went down. Have to say it's against the run of the play. The goal kick to Leicester. Good defending by Justin there. Now, that's twice, though, we've come from behind. So we've got a team with fight in them. That is that. Now, good. Oh, no, it's still with Fulham in this corner here. Traore left-footed it in. Good header out there. That was just in there. Fulham chip it in. Oh, Christian goes all the way through. 4 minutes, everybody. We wonder where that 4 minutes came from. Does anybody know? You're right, Stefan. Well done to them because it was an uphill struggle. Was an uphill struggle. So all the way through here for Fulham. Oh, and it goes out, and it's a goal kick to Leicester. I hope we can, because I went for a 2-1 Leicester win. The Fulham player down at the moment. So just while we're doing this, let's just run through the other scores. Remember, don't give out any other scores either, because we can mistake those for Leicester scores. Brighton and Hove Albion, of course, beat Manchester United earlier 2-1. It is Palace 0, West Ham 0. As you can see, watching this, of course, Fulham 1, Leicester 1. Manchester City 3, Ipswich 1. There's a goal fest going on there at the Etihad. Southampton 0, and this is half-time. Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 0, and Spurs 2, Everton 0. And, of course, the 5:30 kickoff tonight is Aston Villa against Arsenal. Yeah, Gray. Well done, mate. VAR. You win the prize of a Nottingham Forest shirt. Don't hold me to that, by the way, just in case. Silver, I can't say I've ever seen Silver smile. So that's going to be adding time onto the added time. What's coming up next week is a case of Aston Villa. And we're playing them at home. Our second top 8 club of the month. Fatawu. Oh, good defending by Fulham. And the Aston Villa game is the last one watch-along we will do before I go to Australia. There won't be any watch-alongs while I'm away. there'll be no shows while I'm away. I didn't see that, Joe, but I won't argue with you. I'll bow to your knowledge. Bit of an up and under at the moment we're playing. And, of course, it falls to Fulham, but they play it all the way back to the keeper. No, you're not, Anthony. Certainly not until the middle of October at the earliest, because I can't do it before I go, and I go away in 2 weeks. And I'm away for a month. So it'll be a while before we do that again, unfortunately. Head tennis at the moment. And there it is. It is half time. So I'm going to go. I'm going to point Percy and do all that stuff. And I will see you in a bit. Don't go away. 84 of you in. Please smash that likes button. I don't know what we're on, but we'll try and get up to 50 by half time. And there's 84 of you in. So please do smash the likes button. And we will be back in a bit.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV.
For all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
The Premier League is back, and we've got it all covered here on Leicester Till I Die TV. Subscribe.
Welcome back indeed. And it is Fulham 1, Leicester City 1. About Faz getting the equalizer after a 4-minute break. And I've got to be honest with you, that's why I don't like VAR. I was past celebrating. I couldn't give a fuck whether it was allowed or not. I mean, I wanted to celebrate and then I couldn't. And I'm sorry. No. I thought when it was sent to VAR and then the VAR said, go and have a look on the monitor. The referee, I don't think the referee had given it, and therefore I think it was going to be changed because they said, look, you need to go and check your decision. But let's go around the grounds. Earlier on today in the lunchtime kickoff, it was Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Manchester United 1, with a a last-minute winner, I should say, from Brighton and Hove Albion. These are all half-times. It's Crystal Palace 0, West Ham United 0. As you've seen, Fulham 1, Leicester City 1, Manchester City 3, Ipswich Town 1, Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 0, and Tottenham Hotspur 2, Everton 0. And of course, the 5:30 kickoff this evening will be Aston Villa against Arsenal, which, somebody said earlier, it will probably be a very, very, very good game. Let's have a look here. Chris Tidd, is it a new season and a new pallet load of Thatcher's gold, Chris, for your nerves? I need bloody more than Thatcher's gold for my nerves. This is Leicester, don't forget. Look at this. I've had no lunch yet, so I've got a Twix and a Thatcher's gold. Great. Oh, you're in sunny Spain for 2 weeks in September. Yeah, I mean, I'll take your 2 weeks in Spain and I'll raise you 4 weeks in Australia. It's sorry, Gray. It's all to play for in the second half. It is. And Paul is in Brazil, He's taking us both out the game. Wow. 4 hours behind us. Thunder Fox, Tate Reid off of Mavadidi, Valty Boy, 48 likes. Now, oh, come on, 2 off the 50. We need 2 more before we kick off the second half. Special Brew shall suffice. It will indeed. Right, he's back from outer space. He turned around and he took that look up off his face. Yes, indeed, it is the man, the myth, the legend that I've just pressed the wrong button for. We'll all get him in. There he is. Oh, look, he's even got change for us.
Wow, it's just cold. It's just cold outside. Howdy, mate. I mean, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but it feels like we've all can figure out the Steve Cooper tactic. You're on 49 likes now, mate. I've made sure I've liked the stream. 51 now. There we go. We've achieved it.
Well done, everybody.
Because you're going to be in for a scary season because it seems to be the tactic is play really, really nervous, look really, really crap, let them score, think they're going to batter us 3 or 4-0, and then stop playing football.
Yes.
Steve Cooper's blue-white army. I'm all for it, mate. And we scored from a set piece, Chris. It's got to be since 2019. Sorry,
we don't deserve to be 1-1, do we?
I don't give a shit.
If you're honest.
I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, I don't care.
No, I don't give a shit, obviously, but
No, we don't.
You know.
But we didn't deserve to be level with Spurs until the remainder of the game played out, and we earned it. If we do that in the second half against Fulham, I'll take this result right now. You're leaving. You know. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong way. It'll be Craig that gets 3 points if it stays how it is, not us. Shame. But yeah, look, whether we deserve it or not, it's a bit like Spurs. You don't take your chances, and we've got a quality goalkeeper in Madsen. Chelsea is now 700 million for you. So you might have to sell 2 hotels if you want him and get your 7th first choice goalkeeper in because he's kept us in it. Christensen's looked a bit shaky, although again, the goal seems to have settled us down. I'll take it, mate. Look, for the first, I said to my dad and my brother outside because we had awful, I don't know what was more dodgy, our first half performance or the stream we're watching it on. But I said for the first 2, 3, 4 games or so, you can get away with being a bit lackluster in the first half and then coming into your own, and getting back level. I'll take this right now, Chris. Give me this at full time, and I'm fine with the result as it is. Chris, did we just score from a set piece? Did Steve Cooper finally?
Yes.
Because Brendan Rodgers hired a set piece coach and he was crap. Maresca, the bold fraud, hired a set piece coach and he was crap. Steve Cooper brought his from Forest days and we scored from a corner, mate.
Hey, I'm going to ask you a quiz question here, though.
Oh, go on, then.
What colour are Leicester City playing in?
You would think it was white the way they keep passing the ball, but contrary to
you
popular
knew where I
belief,
was going with that,
it is.
didn't you?
I knew where you was going because I made the same comment. At one point when Christian passed it into no man's land straight to an unmarked white shirt, I went, Christensen, mate, have you got your eyes checked on what colour shirt we're wearing? Because we might be the away. I know what it is, Chris. Fulham are sneaky. They know that one of our away kit or third kit is white, and we're away from home. So we told the players we're away from home, so they thought we're playing in white.
That's it. Some lovely back heels, but again, if you're going to do a back heel, make sure somebody's behind you to back heel it too. I've got here Christensen on the 20. This is my notes from 21 minutes. Shit defending, Fatawu to Christensen. 22 minutes, repeat of Spurs first half. 23 minutes, Christensen straight to a Fulham player. 24 minutes, Vestergaard straight to a Fulham player. 25 minutes, Weeks playing Buenatti into trouble. I mean, that was that first 30-odd minutes till we scored, wasn't it? I mean, we were just awful.
We were, Chris, and that was being nice, saying we were just awful because we were really up against the ropes. Kind of the only sort of bright spark, and it wasn't much, but there was a slight difference between that first half against. Well, there's 2 differences between that first half against Fulham and the first half against Spurs. Against Spurs, we looked a lot more solid at getting defensive blocks in, and we weren't making as many mistakes. And we actually, the other bright spark was it only happened once or twice before they scored, but we showed that counter-attacking threat. I mean, Dakova Reed had nearly ripped the net open. Good save by their goalkeeper or deflection. I'm not sure which it took. On my stream, you'll know better. Could have put us in front, Chris. So we did show a little bit of threat. And again, Chris, you don't take your chances. Teams surely even Ipswich had about 4 seconds of premature ejaculation before Man City ripped them a new one. A team has a chance and they take it, they're going to be buoyed up for however long it lasts. And now I would say, Chris, there's a chance Leicester get off on the right foot in this second half, that the momentum's going to be with us going into that second half.
No, it is. It is indeed. I've got to quickly ask you this before I let you go. I couldn't be asked to celebrate. I'd waited 4 minutes and I'm thinking like, what the fuck is celebrating? I played the goal jingle. I'm like, what?
Well, the thing is, right, the referee had nothing wrong with it. And then VAR said, we think you need to look at this because we're not sure And obviously, it turned out that
Did the
VAR said
referee give it, or did the referee not give it?
the referee overturned VAR's call. VAR said Vardy's offside, no goal. And he went, okay, explain it to me. And they've said Vardy is stood in a position that we think he's obstructing. This is what I can gather from the way the commentator said it, that basically where Vardy was stood is potentially obstructing in the goalkeeper's view. So Wout Faze isn't offside, but Vardy is obstructing the view, we feel, so you should come and look at it. He's looked at it, and when they look at it more and more and more, you think, oh, he's gonna stick with it. Fair play to the ref, and this is what needs to happen with VAR. He's gone, no, I don't think Vardy. And the commentators that I had said that goal's going to stand because he is not obstructing his view. The goalkeeper, we can see it. This should get overturned. This should get given as a goal. And fair play, the referee overturned the decision.
Yeah, and that's the case. Well done. But look, everybody's out on the pitch again, so I will let you go. Thank you so very much. Fingers crossed for the second half. See you at full time.
See you at full time, mate. Bye, everybody.
Thanks very much. So there we go. Let's just do that and then do that. The players are all on the pitch. There we go. Fulham are going to kick off. And so we kick off. Thunder, thank you very much. Welcome along. Thank you very much for becoming a new member. $1.99 a month. That's all it is. Follow me. I don't know if you do follow me on X, but if you do and you fancy coming on a show sometime, let me know and we'll get you on one. We'll get you on one. Avocado. Is it avocado? Avocado, yes. So, scoreline's going across the bottom, but I think Gray's answered it. So, Fulham now kicking from right to left. White tops, black shorts, white socks. Leicester left to right in their all-blue home kit. So, Fulham did look the more dominant team. Ooh. I was defending, but it makes you shit if you think about it for too long. It's one of those. The cross came in, Vestergaard headed it. Oh, it went over. I mean, he had to go for it. Fair play to him, but it did hit the top of the net. But yeah, Thunder Fox, I really, really, really do appreciate that, mate. It's LTID TV on X. So Fulham now starting the second half like they started the first. Are we going to see a Leicester versus Spurs second half here? That is the question. Yeah, great. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, indeed. I don't know what he was doing there. It was. Now it's a free kick to Leicester. I don't know what indeed he was trying to do. Tell you what, Traore there, he's built like a brick shithouse. Do you remember when he was? Is he the guy that was at Wolves for all those years that used to oil his body before he went on the pitch so people couldn't grab him? It looks like him. He's built like a brick shithouse, in fairness to the guy. Now Vardy's going to chase this, but it's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ignore these stupid bots on Twitch. Oh my God, Faz there nearly gave it away. Right, so I've just left Twitch. I can't be asked with them coming on trying to promote the followers. Is that a Leicester throw? No, it's a Fulham throw. We do, Luke. We do indeed. Doug, good afternoon, Douglas. Christopher, how very dare you? Fatawu doing well here. No, it was Ndidi. I apologise. Ndidi doing well. Justin into the box, but it's too far ahead of Vardy. Yeah, I think it is Gray. They can't be Traorés that are built like that. Jesus. Like Mike Tyson on steroids. Ask me again in 41 minutes. Let's go back to phase. If I don't reply to the chat for a while, I leave it to my mods. But Fulham here, got a shot on. Oh, he's got a shot off. Oh, good defending this time by Faz. He wasn't letting the defender get past him, and he got between the Fulham player and the goal, and it came off him for a corner. So it's a corner. Like I say, I'm not ignoring you if I don't talk to you, but I've gone large screen so I can, while I'm watching the game. Corner to Fulham. Oh, came in and took the header there, Fulham, but it's over the top. That was good defending in the first place by Faz. So Christensen got a lot of space now on that far side. Lays it inside. Oh, Dakova Reed, a poor ball. A poor ball. I could see what he was trying to do, get it across to Fatawu, but he just didn't, mate. It wasn't strong enough. And now Fulham have it and are coming away. They're going to take a chip into the box, but Hermanson goes up and collects it very easily. Dakova Reed there, trying to switch the play, but it wasn't. It was across the pitch, and it wasn't hard enough, and it was too close to the Fulham defender. He just cut it out and went, "Thank you very much." What you do? Buonanotte now. Indeedy. Out to Christensen. Oh, then Leicester couldn't keep hold of the ball. Vardy came off him more than, I don't think whether he was ready for it or not, came off him and went into the out for throw-in. Don't forget, we've got Tranmere on Tuesday in the League Cup. We'll be doing a watch along for that as well. Oh, yeah. Just in there, my God, showed a really good turn of speed in defence against Iwobi and got the foul as well. So Hermansen to Christensen. Vardy, no. He was offside anyway. I thought he was. Again. Vardy offside again. He needs to start timing his runs. Leicester have had 4 offside so far. Fulham 0. "54 minutes gone. 1 apiece." It's a free kick to Fulham. It's still, well, it's 57.8% possession, 57.8% possession to Fulham, 52.2 to Leicester at the moment. 13 shots for Fulham, 5 to Leicester. But again, the stat shows there is Fulham 1, Leicester 1. And it said, well, Diop got onto the end of it, but he didn't control the header. Leicester need to get rid of this ball quicker. Christensen and Ndidi play well together. Well, they haven't played the way out of it yet. Winks. Again, a poor ball from Winks. Plays it straight to a Fulham player. Oh, Fatawu with some last-ditch defending there. Winks is not the Winks from last season, is he? I think we can say that. But again, obviously, it's different leagues and what have you. Yep, they are, Doug. Yes, they are. So, let's wait to see. I've just frozen at the moment, so just wait for it to catch up. The weather here is horrendous, by the way. Just reload it. Just give me a few minutes, guys. Well, let's hope maybe Winks and maybe Winks and Skip can form that sort of partnership. That was a good break by Leicester. Yeah, they didn't play the right ball. There's been a few instructions from Steve Cooper, so he could be coming on anytime. Vardy again. Give the balls away. Oh, Vardy. Christensen booked. So the first booking of the game goes to Leicester, and it's Victor Christensen. Well said, Jeff. Well said. Oh, now Fulham are giving the ball away. Can Leicester do anything with it? 13 shots for Fulham, 5 for Leicester. 367 passes for Fulham, 272 for Leicester. We have made more interceptions, though. 4 corners to 3. Fulham haven't been offside yet. But Fulham's shot accuracy is 62.5%. Leicester's is 75%. So sun's coming out now at Craven Cottage. Now it's gone back in again. Jacoby Reed not having the best of games against his old team. And it's gone out fast for another corner. These corners are totting up. But like I said against Spurs, you know, corner, is it not a sign of good defending? Or is it a sign that we're doing too much defending? I've got to probably say very fair. On Leicester, probably unfair on Fulham. Here they go. Oh, tried the spectacular from the corner there for the Fulham player. Muniz, the striker, went for the overhead kick. And the overhead kick was over the bar. I mean, nobody picked him up here. Justin went with a different player, and Jacoby Reed didn't do any defending at all. Now Leicester giving the ball away again. So Smith Rowe, Iwobi, Smith Rowe, Iwobi chipped into the box. Vestergaard missed out on the header, but Fowles got to it. And Leicester can't control the ball again. And now it's another free kick. Smith Rowe, obviously ex-Arsenal player, knows how to go down. Jacoby Reed is off. And Ayew is on. So Ayew again, not well. We've still got Vardy on, so got to see if there's going to be any more substitutions where Ayew goes forward instead of Vardy. But no Mavididi. Oh, bit of a mess there. Went short to Smith Rowe, played it forward, out for a goal kick to Leicester. 1-1, 62 minutes gone. The first substitution of the game has gone to Leicester. Jacoby Reed is off and Ayew is on. So that must mean that Ayew has gone down the centre. Oh, sorry, gone down the side. And what? Oh, he's not been on 2 minutes, and he gets us a free kick. Oh, that was exactly what Rich was saying from Eagle Eyed Football on the show earlier. And if you did miss it, please go and watch it. It's the lowdown on Jordan Ayew. He said he'll go down, he'll get you free kicks. He's been on a minute. He goes down, gets us a free kick. Justin. Oh, it was offside. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so if you did miss it, go and check that out. The lowdown on Ayew. It's on the LTID TV. I will be now. Justin, no, Buenuati doing some good defending there. Smith Rowe. Oh. We haven't got it away yet, Leicester. Another broken down the far side. Can they get the cross in? Christensen, good defending there. And it's another corner. Just trying to match the clock up if you're wondering what's happening. Fulham playing well here. So it doesn't look like any more substitutions at the moment for Leicester. 66 minutes gone. And Christensen plays well in the fact that he goes down and gets a free kick. Christensen knew what he was doing, shall we say. Just showing there the fact that the Fulham owner is at the ground. Long ball over the top here. And Manson came out well to collect it. Underarm to Vestergaard. We're going to see a couple of Fulham subs coming up in a minute. Again, bad control. Oh, I mean, Leicester, talk to each other for fuck's sake. So two subs for Fulham. Smith Rowe and Traore are off. So the goal scorers off. And coming on, Kenny and Wilson. Is he, Jim? Wow, right. Two subs coming on for Leicester. Apparently Skip's going to be coming on in a minute, guys. Oh, now this is good for my Wobie. He's through. 2-1 is a goal to Fulham. They got the lead back. You had the freedom of the pitch, I've got to say. Deserved goal, good goal. Winks was well outrun there. So, substitutions for Leicester. So, Mavididi and Skipper on. And straight away, Mavididi's down. Vardy and Buenete are off. There's a yellow card. But can Leicester got to come from behind for a third time? Oof. Fatawu did what Fatawu does best. Fortunately, didn't quite get it on target. Oh, shirt pullback. Hermanson. Suddenly, Leicester seem to be playing with a bit more openness. Seem to be finding a bit more space now. Fatawu loses out. Vestergaard. All the players except him and Faz are in the Fulham half. And obviously, Manson. Has Ayew gone into the centre? and Mavididi to the side, or is Mavididi down the middle? Christensen adjudged to have fouled there. Look, he is on a yellow card, Christensen. I think Christensen might have got away with one there. It's a free kick to Fulham here. Poor free kick. It's out for a goal kick to Leicester. I mean, why don't you put Ayew up front? He's a centre forward, and Mavididi on the wing where he plays well. Faz. Vestergaard. 15 minutes to go for Leicester to try and retrieve something from the game. Not like that, we won't. Fulham come forward again. Pierre's trying to tee one up. Oh, Christensen intercepted, but then lost it. Tete took too long. And Mavididi holding. Well, Ayew went down then and got the free kick. And again, my link has just gone down, so still 2-1. Twelve minutes to go. And to defend at the moment, playing it across the back of Fulham. Literally every defender of Fatawu. Well, he he was trying to get onto his left foot. The option never came, but he was then taken out. So it's a free kick to Leicester. Position-wise, equal with the penalty spot. Probably about 6 foot from the edge of the circle. Ayew's lining this one up. He's holding the ball. And Ayew. Hi, and hi there. Another substitution here for Fulham. Interesting, that, Luke. Interesting. There we go. Fulham coming away again, looking really good. Oh, straight in. Hermansen went down. Needs to get rid of away the ball quickly. He does to Fatawu, but he's got a player on him. I know, but did anybody not shout to fucking Fatawu saying there's a man on you? Oh, it's a corner for Leicester now. Are we going to see a bit of a barnstorming last 10 minutes? I think Marco Silva got booked. Still arguing. Anyway, Jordan Ayew got us the corner. There's a corner on the other side now. I wouldn't say that, Wolves. He just gave us a corner. Even though Marco Silva didn't think it was a corner. So, corner on the far side now. Hand goes up. The ball swung in. Oof. Fatawu with a left-footed shot. And it was probably nearer to the goalpost than it was the corner flag than it was the goalpost. Let's have a look. Well, referee, I think, got that right, and the commentary team think he got it right with that. That Ayew was lent into. So Vestergaard, Paz now. Goes all the way through, nobody there. McAteer is warming up and about to come on. We know what he can do, but is it going to be too late? We do, with only 7 minutes to go, Gray. That was a good play by Leicester. Oh, and again, tried to play it through, but it was just too hard. See what he was trying to do, the Leicester player there, but just didn't get his hand, didn't get his foot round it enough. Fulham fans now getting behind. Oh, come on, referee. So Christensen is off. And McAteer is on. Manson, 6 minutes for Leicester to try and save this game. Oh, that's a good movement. Skip. Oh, that was a lovely bit of a move by Skip, and he's got a throw in, but I think there's going to be a substitution here for Fulham. So yeah, they're going defensive now. Fulham, another defensive midfielder coming on, which makes sense. Does make sense. So, ball straight through into the box, but it goes all the way through to Leno, who decides to pick it up as he's closed down by Mavididi or Ayew. I'm not sure which one. 2-1 Fulham. 4 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. I throw into Leicester on the far side, midway into our own half. Fass manages to hold off Jimenez, who tried to charge him down, gets it back to Hermansen. Please, guys, you've still got time to smash that likes if you would be so very, 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 very kind. Leicester need to get it forward now. Not like that, playing it straight out for throw-in. Oh no, it came off a... Did touch a Fulham player last. I didn't see that. It's a throw-in to Leicester. Cooper looking a bit pensive, I've got to say. That's an up and over. McAteer gets the ball into the box, but nobody's challenging the keeper. Who gets it and falls onto it, Leno. Time is running out for Leicester now. It goes all the way back to Leno from the Fulham throw-in. They're just going to play it around now and waste the time of Fulham. And you can't blame them for doing that. It's a high ball up, though. Faz headed it. McAteer headed it back. Eventually got to Hermansen. Vestergaard on the ball now. Skipped. Winks gave it away again! What the bloody hell? Why is Winks still on? Referee, good decision there. Oh, they're getting a bit frosty now, are the old Fulham players. They don't like the decisions going against them. They don't like it up them. No, they don't. Well, I got the score right so far, 2-1. It was just the wrong way round. So Leicester come forward, give the ball away. Justin gets it back from Fatawu, and he gives it back to Fatawu. Plays it all the way back to Hermansen. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Oh. Fast-headed it there. We didn't get the right connection on it. And that's a free kick to Fulham, and there'll be no hurry to take this off for Casey McIntyre. No. Ayew, good ball in from Ayew. I think it could have got a better header on that, Faz. They are taking the time. Hopefully this will be added on. Now, Fatawu. Indeedy. And it's a foul to Leicester. Carney there. I think he's going to get a yellow card for taking out Justin. So we're not going to see Castagna come on against his old team. Skip pats the referee on the back and says, well done, mate. But a free kick here. Winks is going to take this one. Not leaving it to Ayew again. But it's going to be swung into the box. Last chance now. Last chance saloon for Leicester. Too close to the keeper, who punched it. I thought he was going to get it. Oh. Fell to Ndidi. You don't want Ndidi to be on the end of those. You really don't. We're into the last minute. Whether the referee will add any more on for the... Oh, Winks taken out there. It's a free kick to Leicester. Last chance now. This must be the last chance for Leicester. Get it up the field. Don't piss about, Hermansen. Which they do, but we lose it. It's a free kick. Vestergaard taking out Reed, and now Vestergaard gets a yellow card. Yeah, I think we're going to say Fulham have won this. There it is. It's all over. It's all over. Be back in a few minutes. Wolves, I hope you weren't saying that about the performance because the whistle had blown before I announced it. Going to be that to me is the story of our season. But look, we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. It's not half time, of course.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Indeed. Welcome along. There it is. We lost. Let's go through the scores. Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 0, West Ham United 2, Fulham, as you've just seen, 2, Leicester City 1, Manchester City 4, Ipswich Town 1, Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Tottenham Hotspur 4, Everton 0. And of course, Villa and Arsenal are the 5:30 kickoff. I'm just checking to see if Brad's going to be coming on. And I think what you've just witnessed is going to be the story of our season. Because, again, this is a team that we could have beaten. We didn't seem to start playing. Remind me, tell me if anybody disagrees with it. Until the second goal, it was only after the second goal that we seemed to start playing. I don't know why Ayew, who is a striker, was brought on and put on the wing, which is his second position. Then Mavididi, who's a winger, is put on up front, which is his second position. Can somebody explain that one to me, please? Because I don't get it. Yeah, but why are you surprised at that, Vante? Why are you surprised? What did you think? That we're going to be second in the league by now? I mean, come on. Of course, we always knew we were going to be in a relegation battle. It's not rocket science. It's going to be a tough season, says Jeff. And Gray said, yes, very one. On to the next one. That's all we can do. I don't know who you're talking about there, Wolves. Disappointed. Easy gaming. We have forced Fulham and Spurs. We have faced Fulham and Spurs. To be honest, Villa next, I think, in the league. Yes, it is. Tranmere in the Cup on Tuesday and Villa next weekend. Ben, thanks for the watch along, Chris. 1 draw and a loss. Yeah. Thanks very much, Ben. Thanks for joining us. Gray, afternoon Monday, we have to be better than this. I'm a bit confused with that one. 1 point is better than none. Exactly. I will judge us of Palace and Everton. You can't judge totally over 2 games. John, hi John, how are you? Look like a Prem team against a Championship team could be a very tough season, early days. Yes, and yes. I can't say anything more than that. Absolutely, Chris. Where did Fulham and Spurs finish last year? I can tell you where Fulham and Spurs finished last year. Spurs finished 5th, I think it was. Yes, they did. Fulham finished 13th, but with 47 points. So quite clear of any trouble. And they made some good signings. Midfield a bit weak. This ain't the Championship. Exactly. It's not, I just don't know what people are expecting. 6 days, Chris, till the end of the window. I think another 2 signings will happen. It's a funny window. Who knows? My phone is so stupid. Spell check, Chris. Need to change it. 3, yes, I'm filled with that. I'm missing something here. Manager is not good offensively. If you're going to go down on the front foot, go down fighting. We didn't start fighting soon enough, did we? That's the thing. Brad will be joining us in a second. like I said, I mean, I think we all got a little bit excited after the second half against Spurs. Reality check, and I think that's what we've got to accept. Good question. It's a good question. I think those front three are good enough for the Premier League. I don't know about anybody else, but Mavididi, Fatawu, and Vardy. Wow, we can play Vardy. I'm just going to go. Palace lost to West Ham, so I don't get any points there. I don't get any points for Fulham. Manchester City 4, I get a point for that. Ipswich Town 0, I nearly got 3. Southampton, Nottingham Forest beat Southampton, don't get any points there. I got a point for Tottenham against Everton. I am doing shit at this. Prediction crap. Oh, Brad's here. I think I'm going to wind Brad up with a couple of things I'm going to say. But here we go.
The Premier League is back, and we've got it all covered here on Leicester Till I Die TV. Subscribe.
Brad.
Sorry, Chris. I just heard you going on about how many points you didn't get. Brighton, got a point for that. West Ham won, got a point for that. City won, got a point for that. Nottingham Forest won, I got a point for that. Oh, Tottenham won, I got a point for that. In fact, the only game I didn't get a point for was that shit show that I've just watched.
Hate is a very strong word, but I do feel that it comes very, very close to my feelings right now. Look, why did we not start playing till about the 70th minute, Brad?
What do you mean start playing at the 70th minute? We didn't start playing till the 92nd minute, mate. It was our only chance of the second half was in Ndidi. And even then.
Answer this question, right? We bought Jordan Ayew, yes?
Apparently so.
Yeah. His main position is a centre forward. His other his more weaker positions are left and right wing, but that is in fairness where Palace have been playing him. We've got Mavididi, whose main position is a winger. I don't even think his second position is a striker, but why do we bring on a fucking striker and play him on the wing and bring on a fucking winger and play him in the middle? What the fuck is Cooper doing?
I don't know, because I think he all made our minds melt when we had two strikers up front for about 2.5 minutes or whatever it was. Everything went wrong, didn't it, this game? We praised the team, we praised the substitutions against Tottenham. And in this game, Chris, nothing that he tried and nothing that the players tried worked. He took Christensen off 20 minutes too late. He persisted with D. Cordova-Reid on the left way too long because it just was not working, minus that first chance he had. The only positive, Chris, is we only lost by 1 goal. That's about it for me.
I really am struggling with any positives from there. Vardy, I mean, how many seasons has Vardy played for us? 10? Is a striker. Does he not know how to stay onside?
No, apparently not. He's had that issue, all his life, hasn't he? And again, the problem is, Chris, it's a common theme with strikers. It baffles me how they can't stay onside. But the one thing is, the one time he did get flagged offside and had a good chance, Chris, where was his support? Nobody was there.
1 second, because we have the extremely beautiful Kate with us.
are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Kate Winslet coming on. I'm so sorry. Right, let me just get rid of this. Hello. How fucking awful was that?
Yeah, it felt a bit like we went without a whimper, didn't it, today? It just felt so disjointed first half. I genuinely believe Wolf should not be near the starting 11, and Ricardo's got to start for me, or skip over Wolf. He's got a problem with having the ball in possession. He turns over the ball too quickly. Our possession was awful again today, as it was on Monday night. We just couldn't keep the ball long enough to get any sort of momentum or rhythm going at all.
I just asked Brad this. I want to ask you this as well. Look, it's early days, but when you've got a manager that has just bought a striker whose second position is on the wing, and he's got a winger whose second position is maybe down the centre, what the fuck is Cooper doing, putting Ayew on the wing and Mavididi down the centre?
Yeah, I'm not really sure on that myself, to be honest. And then he pushed Wolf higher up as well, and oh God, it was just, it felt a bit amateurish today. Fulham didn't really have a lot. They had a lot of possession, but they didn't have a lot of threat. So it was definitely doable to get a draw here, I think. But we just had I felt like we had no fight. And I think we probably would have said on Monday that if anything's going to keep us in this league, fight is one of the things that's going to contribute. You've got to work harder than the opposition, and we didn't. And we couldn't get the ball in the first half an hour at all. So we were just running ragged. We probably came in 1-1 at half time unexpectedly, but we were knackered and we barely had any of the ball and none of the play. And Fatui was non-existent. We just didn't use the channels properly, really. But I think we just looked better with the 4-3-3 formation that he played at the end. But I still think we'll...
From the start, because I said to Brad, why do we only start playing in the 70th minute? And he said, well, we didn't start playing until the 92nd. I'm struggling to think of who I would make man of the match. I know who I've got a couple of donkeys of the match, but did they think we're playing in our third kit? Because every ball seemed to go to a fucking player in white. Don't know. I think Kate's struggling here.
Oh, it's the land of Fulham, bless her.
It is. She's trying.
Yeah,
maybe she's trying to do the Peter Crouch robot. Oh, she's back. We thought you were doing the Peter Crouch robot then.
No. Maybe soon. It depends how desperate it gets. But yeah, Winks looked so isolated in the middle is what I was saying, because Wilk isn't good enough.
Yeah. I think Skip looked good when he came on.
Yeah, he did. And Ayew did, to be fair. He's obviously a seasoned pro, drew the fouls pretty quickly.
I just say, I did a show earlier with Rich from Eagle Eyed Football. And he said, I know he's a striker, but he isn't going to get you 20 goals a season. What he will do is get you fouls and penalties, because he knows how to get those. He came on, and within a minute, he'd gone down and got us a free kick.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So fair.
But yeah, he looked like he could be useful. He did look like he could be useful. But yeah, just a bit toothless today.
Down the centre. Why wasn't he as a fucking striker playing down the centre?
I do not know. It was slim pickings today. A bit.
Any positives?
I think Ayew and Skip coming on, they did look okay. Skip seemed to settle in really quickly. I presume he didn't start because maybe he's slightly off match fitness. And we didn't get played off the park particularly. They had a lot of possession, but they didn't pepper us like Tottenham did. Look, this is still very much a bit of a work in progress system, and we do need a couple of other squad players, but we need some fight, and Cooper needs to instill that into the players, really.
Yes. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. Very quickly before you go, can you pick a man of the match?
Can I pick a man of the match? No, I can't. Probably Christensen again, to be honest. If I had to pick one.
We didn't watch the same game then, Kate, because I thought he was.
No, do you know what? I had the worst experience of an away match I've had in a while today. I could barely see because 5 people over 3 seats were in front of me, so I really struggled. I asked them to move and they didn't. So I could barely see a lot today, which was quite disappointing for me. And I will be screaming a lot louder next time if that happens again. So yeah, it was hard for me to see actually one side of the pitch particularly. But never mind.
I've never heard the excuse that I can't pick a man of the match because in front of me there was 5 people sat on 3 seats.
Well, that's what happens when you're 5'4". It's difficult at a football match like that because I couldn't see literally half the pitch for quite a lot of the game.
I love it. Okay, thank you very much. I will speak to you over the weekend because there's no show on Tuesday. Watch along, but have a safe journey home and thanks very much.
All right, cheers, bye.
Bye. Oh, right, let me just get all this back. You obviously don't agree with her, Brad.
No, Christensen was fucking awful today. My opinion. I mean, I don't know about you, Chris. I mean, I'll give Kate the benefit of the doubt. She did an Arsene Wenger on her. She didn't see it. She couldn't see it. She was saying, but it was awful. The most obvious substitute for me that could have even been made at half time, I'd have made an argument for it. I think the fact that we came in 1-1 gave him, the natural impetus to go, okay, it wasn't brilliant, but I'll give these lads 10-15 minutes to go at him again, and who knows how the second half's going to go. But Christensen was criminal at giving the ball away, and giving the ball away in dangerous areas, being a left back. I was almost screaming at the telly for Justin to go on the left, Christensen to come off, and Ricardo to come on at right back. Because for me, and don't get me wrong, nobody could pass the ball today. But you're talking one of the most exposed areas on the pitch is where he was, where Fulham showed their strength. Out of him and JJ, who was the most dangerous in giving the ball away? Because it wasn't Justin, it was Christensen. I would have honestly, had we came in at 1-0 down, I wouldn't have begrudged Fulham coming in with a lead. But I'd have been right, Christensen, you need to come off, mate, because you're just losing the ball in silly areas. You're giving the ball away. And again, nobody else was brilliant today. I don't know how she managed to give Christensen man of match. Maybe because he's the tallest player on the pitch, apart from Vestergaard, and his only head he could see. I don't know. But yeah, no, wasn't brilliant for me. Quite the opposite to his 9 and 10 that we gave him against Tottenham, in my opinion.
Well, I was going to say, are you free Monday night to do the review show?
I'm free Monday night to do that. Yes, I'm not in work or anything, so
we'll do the same as we did last time, which was I didn't go through as many stats and what have you because I think we'd be topping ourselves. Can you, all right, this is where I think we're going to fall out because I think I know where this is going because I said to Kate then, I can pick a few donkeys out today's game. Pick me a donkey of the match before we come on to the man of the match.
Donkey of the match. Oof, that's a tough one. It's not nice to say that, is it? There should always be an obvious one, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
I can think of a lot of contenders. Fatawu was one. Didn't think he was brilliant today. He went missing. Winks wasn't brilliant either. But for the most notable mistakes, Chris, I'm going to stand by Christensen. I think he was awful today. I really do.
Okay. Christian's gone from a man of the match although Kate couldn't see what was going on for a lot of the time, to a donkey of the match. Now, I am going to go, and I'm glad that where have I got it? Craig is kind of going to back me up on this, because I have gone for Winks as my donkey.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with Chris. I think he was poor today. Very isolated, very rarely on the ball. And again, it seemed a condition of the eyes for Leicester today because he couldn't find a blue shirt. And I'm not going to, the fact that I named him in my top 3, I guess, for it, tells you we're not going to disagree, Chris, because I think he was pretty shambolic as well, along with some of the other suggestions in there. D. Cordova Reed, not the sort of performance you were expecting or hoping to see against his former club. You want him to kind of really be at it, and probably you're looking at him to give a man of the match performance in his own eyes. And apart from that chance in the first half, I don't remember seeing him do anything. But they didn't help each other out down the pitch, Chris. Overhit passes, passing it in into them at 100 miles per hour, expecting them to run onto it. Donkey passes, colour blindness affecting the team. I know it's supposed to be a permanent condition, but it's like they had a 24-hour virus infection that made them blind to colour because they couldn't pass to a blue shirt. It was poor, Chris. And again, shouts. I don't agree with Scott. I think out of all the players on there, if you're grasping for man of the match or players who didn't do too much wrong, Justin was probably there. But I think Gray has just summed it up perfectly with his comment there. Our turnover and our inability to hold on to the ball whenever we did have any sort of possession was awful.
I am really, I have to say, struggling for a man of the match. You go to me with your man of the match. Maybe you're going to say somebody I can agree with, because I am really struggling with this.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris. I'm going to run you through. I'm not going to run you through. I'm going to give you 3 results today that make me feel a little bit happier about our result. One of them could have used a few more goals in, and admittedly, the quality they're playing against, right? Man City 4, Ipswich 1. Tottenham 4, Everton 0. The bonus on this result, the bonus third for it, Southampton losing to Forest 1-0. The only bonus we have from today, or 2 bonuses you want to take into the stretch of things, we finally know how to seemingly defend from corners and attack them, right? And we have a good, solid Premier League looking goalkeeper in Madsen, because we could have been a 4-1 today. We could have been a 3-0 today. We could have been a West Ham 2, Crystal Palace 0 sort of game today, had it not been for Madsen. Brookline, I hope that's a joke.
I'm going to say, no, but can I just say, in fairness, this is what I love about football. Now, I was talking to my son this morning. We went out for breakfast and a drink, and we were talking, and I said, can you believe that we are talking about the same team? Because players, because we were talking about the same things, and we were completely different views. That's what I love about football. You've gone for Christensen as your donkey, when Kate's gone as man of the match. Kate went donkey, shouldn't be near the first team, and Brookline's gone man of the match. I love it. Server rate said phase for the goal. Hermanson said boohoo. Vardy, because he's instrumental in the goal.
I have to ask the question, Ray, and I genuinely, because my stream went down, so maybe I didn't see anything, but how was he instrumental in the goal? Because I didn't see the build up to the corner being given. So all I know is our lonely Argentinian put the crosses and Faye scored. Are you saying he was instrumental in standing offside? Because I don't know what happened beforehand. I genuinely don't know.
In blocking possibly blocking the goalkeeper's view. But go on, who are you going to go for?
Oh, I give it Madsen. It's an easy one.
Oh, did you? Sorry, mate, I missed it.
Yeah, sorry. Chris, like I said, this season we are hoping that the likes of Ipswich, Southampton, and Everton have a terrible season, and we do enough. That's how we're staying up this season, and that was probably always going to be the case, that we need 3 teams to be worse than us, and we need to somehow be better. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not judging, but we need to make sure when we lose games, and someone said it earlier in the comments, it's a little bit like a Great Escape. We don't take a battering. We need to be kind of a bit like Southampton. We're hoping. I know they haven't won any of them. Their first 2 games, but they've only lost them 1-0. So they've, you know what I mean? They're only -2. We're not in the bottom 3 with this result, so that's still good for us after 2 games. But the fact that we're seeing the likes of, and okay, Liverpool and Man City, feel sorry a little bit for Ipswich, but they've now conceded. They've conceded 4 in this one. Everton have conceded 7 goals in 2 games. That's what we need to make sure when we're losing games like today, it's by a goal, because that can be critical come the end of the season.
100,000,000% I agree with you. I mean, looking at the table here, Everton are bottom with -7, Ipswich are 19th with -5, Palace are 18th with -3. They've all played 2 games the same. Then you've got Wolves, but they've only played 1 game. But then you've got Southampton, who have played 2. They're on -2. And then, of course, you've got us in 14th, we're above Chelsea, but Chelsea have only played 1 game, and -1. It could be that down to that, that tight at the end. And look, I was watching that game, and at times it was like watching, when you're doing the warm-up and you've got a circle of players, and I may have said this against Spurs, but you've got all of them in the circle passing the ball to each other, and there's a player in the middle trying to get the ball. Do you know what I'm on about?
Yeah.
That was like that majority of that game, because that's what Fulham were doing to us. But we have to accept that we are starting from scratch. We cannot come back into this league, and as poor as it was, and yes, it was poor, but we're a promoted side playing an established Premier League side with a manager that's been there 2 years and has got he knows what he wants. He's in control. He got himself booked today, but I think we somebody said well, we're in a relegation battle. I think it was. I'm not sure it was. Somebody said we're in a relegation battle. What did people expect?
Yeah, that's very true, Chris. I mean, the only thing you can say about this game is if you want to look at the 2 biggest negatives from it, Chris, is before the game started, we said, look, Fulham are a good side and they've made some good signings and they've got a good manager, and pretty much went against our own gut to a point and put less on the sleeve. But we sat here and said Fulham do worry us, and we could lose this game. But if we do lose this game, at least can we see a performance? And the scoreline flattered us, if we're being honest, a little bit. I know Kate said they didn't really do much, and I agree. Our defence didn't look too bad in terms of clearing out dangerous balls into the box. But the biggest concern for me was the main thing I found myself saying a lot about us today, apart from poor passing, was the players looked static. There was so many times, Chris, the ball would be a yard or 2 off them, and they didn't seem to know or want to move towards the ball, and a Fulham player would run in with a burst of pace and pinch the ball off them and put us on the back foot. That doesn't help things, Chris. It's all well and good saying balls coming into the box, we're dealing with them. We shouldn't be dealing with 20 crosses into our box per game, because that's what it felt like. Let's be honest with you, Chris. We shouldn't be dealing with a bombardment of chances, hoping we don't concede more than 1, and then hoping to nick one down at the other end. Because otherwise, it's not just going to be a long season. It won't matter if Ipswich and Everton get battered every week. Because we won't pick up enough points to do what we need to stay up. And another big thing, Chris, that happened a lot, and again, the static movement, the lack of ability. Every time we did overturn the ball at the edge of our box and tried to break out, the gap between our defence and midfield was embarrassing. How many times, Chris, did we see, and you could feel it in the crowd, they got excited, here goes Leicester on the counter-attack, and then it's almost like the fans looked and went, oh, no, it isn't, because there's Vardy and Dikova Reed and Fatawu were 60 yards away from them, and nobody else is near them. It's a bit concerning, because we had that for a while in the Spurs game until the second half when they got a bit closer towards each other and we looked better going forward. Today, nothing clicked, mate. Nothing clicked. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen, these performances, but it's frustrating to see.
I'm going to ask, because I've got down here, this was on 88 minutes. LCFC slow to every ball. We look, the ball, like you say, the ball would be, it's almost like if the ball didn't come to me, I'm not going to run for it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the ball, because our passing was off. So somebody should be saying, well, hang on a second. We've got to actually work hard to get the ball. So, yes, I've just got Alan's man of the match and team figures through. I've got to say here, Craig has said defensively we don't look too bad. And it is a good point. And we did say this about the Spurs game, didn't we? Is that we managed to defend, whether it was last minute or whatever, we were defending well, and the fact that we've only lost 2-1, I don't think, I think that is maybe the one good thing. I want to just go back to what Ray said here, because I don't agree with what Ray said, although I do agree with what Craig said. And this was about Vardy. He got in the goalkeeper's way, and the goalkeeper pushed him, and it unsettled the goalkeeper. Go on, goalkeepers union, Brad.
See, at the end of the day, this is what players do. Players try to unsettle the movement of the goalkeeper, make him take a step somewhere he doesn't really feel comfortable to, but do enough to not obstruct his view of the goal, which is essentially why the goal stood in the end. Because even though he's annoying him, he's been very clever, and players do it, Chris. And as a goalkeeper, as hard as and as simple as it sounds to do it at the same time, Chris, you've got to just let it go. Let him get in your way. Let him get in your way. Let him get right in your grill. Because if that happens and you don't push him out your way and you don't clear your line of sight, then the goal won't stand. The goal was going to got looked at, Chris, proving the point that had he let Vardy stand there, and had he let Vardy been like that, and he's going, well, I can't see sod all. I can't see sod all. And if I move over this side anymore, he's going to have a free shot at goal and it's going to go in the bottom corner. I've got no chance of saving it, so I'm not moving. I'm in my position where I need to be. He's standing in my way, blocking my view. So leave him alone. Because if he doesn't push him, Ray's right in that sense. If the goalkeeper doesn't push him out of his line of sight, then the goal would have been overruled. And he would have stood with VAR and would have lost the game 2-0 probably. Do I think it's right? And in the sport things, doesn't really matter really, because at the end of the day, that's been a thing in football for centuries, for decades. Sorry, I used the wrong terminology. Someone will be happy with that. Chris, they've been standing in front of goalkeepers since the back pass rule was taken out of sport, wasn't it? You remember that, Chris, where you used to be able to pass it back to your goalkeeper to pick it up? Since then, that's it. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, had someone done that to Madsen, we'd probably be screaming bloody murder, but there'd be no less in the right than what Vardy was to do it to him.
Yes, yeah. Thanks for popping in, Thunder. Thanks very much. And thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Right, I have got the results are in, as they say on Strictly. The results are in. Which way have they gone, though? That is the question. So, Bradley, what I haven't asked yet. Sorry,
You
Brad.
dare call me Bradley after that.
Sorry, that one, I'm going to say, that one was like when you've used too much lube, that just slipped out. I'm sorry. So, what I want to say, sorry, that was awful. What I want to ask you first before we move on is your team rating.
3.
Oof.
Couldn't string a pass together. We didn't even have 2 minutes, let alone 10 minutes of controlling that game. Literally, the only reason we get a 3 is 1 for Madsen's performance, 1 for Woutface's goal, and 1 for the fact that we didn't lose by 2, 3, 4 goals.
Yes. Right. Well, if this is going to work, there we go. So we might have to move to the side a little bit here because there's a big one coming up. To the other that way for you, mate. I'm gonna cover your mug. Here we go. Then this is what we've got from man at the match, Alan, who has gone 6 for the performance. No, we don't have to move sideways, so we're all right. I have got to say, you've gone 3. I'm going 4. Gray has gone 4. Scott has gone 4. And I'm not. That's it. Nobody else has voted. 6, I think, is being a bit generous.
It's more than generous. I think. You know when you say sometimes a scoreline flatters them.
Yes.
I think it's safe to say, and I said this about 2 or 3 minutes before. Well, say before the end, before the 90 was up, I said we are lucky, with the greatest respect. If you look back at the 2 games, we're actually lucky we played Spurs and Fulham, because had we played Liverpool and Man City like Ipswich have had, we may not be sat here going, well, we already lost by 1 goal and we've got a point on the board. I think we'd be sat here with the same sort of outcome that they've had in both their games.
Yes. Yeah. So I do think 6 is generous. I think if that had been at home as well, I would have been even more.
I think if it was at home and we played like that, I wouldn't be giving you a 3. It'd be too generous.
Yeah. Luke made the point that, of course, Cooper only won 2 away games 1 season. I hope we're not going to have that problem this season. Do you have
Jordan, are you taking free kicks?
Well, this is the question that's coming up that I will come back to you in a second. It was a bit of a Robert Huth near the corner flag moment. But his man of the match.
It's 7. It's number 7, apparently.
Well, 3 of us agree.
Well,
and he didn't have much. Again, he didn't have much to do, did he?
No, but what he did well. And in all fairness to him, he's actually quite unfortunate with the goal that ultimately won the game, because it kind of hit the bottom part of his thigh, bounced up and rolled into the net. You know, I think on any other, you give him that shot again another 99 times, and he probably saves it most of them, Chris, because it was very unfortunate. Again, Fulham, by whatever means, did deserve the 3 points, let's be honest with you. But when you play that poorly, Chris, and you only lose 2-1, for me, there's only one person you can give the man of the match award to, and it's your goalkeeper. Of course, Danny Ward would have got a 0, but Madsen gets man of the match.
Danny Ward would have stopped that one. I have to say he's made 4 saves compared to Leno's 3. Shots, they had 18, we had 10. So I mean, that's not totally bad. You see, this is the bit, and I'm going to come to a couple of Scott points in a minute, but this is the point that I think where we struggle. touches in the opposition's box, and thankfully this isn't the thing that you talk about at cricket. Fulham had 29 touches in our box. We had 10 in theirs.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure they've probably seen some on the line of the box and gave them as touches in the boxes. So I don't feel like we had that many touches in the opposition's box. Maybe a few ping pong that were blasted at us in the last few minutes, but nothing.
Yeah. Again, quickly before I come on to Scott's points, and then we'll start to round it up. I thought the referee had a decent game.
Yeah, he did. Didn't give too many bad decisions. In fact, try and pick a bad decision, I don't think he did. I thought at some points during the game, all of a sudden he was going to get a little bit card happy, but in fairness, he didn't. And if we're being a little bit honest, if he was a bad ref or a harsher ref, Christensen might have seen a second yellow.
Yes.
So even more reason to have taken him off. But yeah, I think he had a decent game. And I'm not just saying this because it worked in our favour, but he overruled the VAR call. He saw it that VAR wasn't interfering with play. That's the sort of decision making we need using this technology to make it work well. You know what? We've got 3s, 4s, and a generous 6. But the referee performance, the ref watch, Chris, I'd give him an 8. I think he was very good referee tonight. It was refreshing to say that about an official.
It is. And, you know, again, VAR didn't have to get too involved. And I guess the offside thing's pretty much instant these days. Obviously, they've got to check a goal maybe a little bit longer. That was the only thing with the goal, is that with the VAR, was it, again, why 4 minutes to make that decision? It's therefore it's not clear and obvious, you know. But I thought the referee was. I thought he was shaken but not stirred today.
Yeah,
Aaron Bond.
yeah. I know. I don't care for James Bond now. I don't like him. So that disappoints.
That was the end of that then. Okay, so yeah, and that time when he had a go at and he booked Silver because he was saying, well, you know, he was having a go at him, and he got that spot on again.
Good officiating today.
Yes.
It's not very often we get the chance to say or praise officials. Even when we win, we normally have something to moan about from them. So yeah, it was nice, and like I said, good officials make sort of officiating we should be expecting it at this level in England.
Trevor Vanty says, think I prefer to see Vardy on for the last hour rather than the first.
So you want us to waste a substitution after the first half an hour of the game? I think you'd probably want to see him come on after an hour's played, is what you mean, instead of playing for an hour. But I mean,
but I get that. I get what he's saying.
I get what he's saying, though.
Because
I get what he's saying.
We do seem to relay better in those last portions of the game, don't we?
Yeah, and if that's going to be sort of how it is that we're going to allow ourselves to grow into games, Chris, which again, expecting anything different, not really. It's going to be like that all season. You're going to have to grow into games because, again, take into account who they've been playing. But you look at some of the results that teams that are no doubt going to be in and around us this season, Chris. It seems that when they've been aggressive and gone outside, they've been royally punished. And again, on another day, Chris, that indeedy chance at the end might have been hit with a bit more venom. It might have been someone else. We could be sat here going, how have we got away with another point? As it is, whether, take the blue tinted off, we all must admit Fulham were the better side and deserved the 3 points.
But like I say, look at Fulham. They're an established Premier League team. Yes, all right, they're always mid-table. They're probably not going to, break any, cup run. Well, maybe get a cup run. But you know what I'm saying? They're established and they've got a manager who's been there. You would expect that difference. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
look, it's not the end of the world. But I do want to bring a couple of Scott's points up. And I think this was the one you were referring to earlier. Question for Brad and Chris: who would you have taking free kicks? I'm going to stick fucking Mads the Manson up before Jordan Ayew. I mean, can we have a ball back, please, Space Station?
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't quite Rose Ed, but it certainly wasn't threatening the goal either, was it, Chris?
Yeah.
For me, and I know it's an easy cop-out for an answer, but and he wasn't on the pitch when we had the free kick. But if Boyette can put in decent corners like that, that's going to get us a goal, surely that's the man who you have on free kicks. Having said that, I was very controversially... That would be controversial of me to say that, because I was one that said the one problem we had with Maddison in the last season or two of his time at Leicester is we tried to put every single responsibility on him. Left side corner, right side corner, left side free kick, deep free kick, shooting range free kick, you name it, Maddison was on it. But you do need a specialist. You do need to have some form of specialist. And
to me, I would have answered exactly the same. Agreed with, if we're agreeing too much at the moment, with Buenete. But I would, if it's not Buenete, do you know what? And I only found this out the other day. Apparently, in the Premier League, you don't have vice captains anymore. You have your captain, and then you have a team of vice captains.
You have a team captain. You have a dressing room captain and an on-field captain.
But you also have a collection of vice captains. I was reading. So there isn't one vice captain. There's a group anyway, and I think that with free kicks as well, I agree. You can't all put it on one person because the pressure gets through them sometimes. Buenete gotta be, but if it's not Buenete, Mavrodidi and Fatawu.
Yeah, Fatawu. I mean, his chance wasn't a million miles away in the second half, and we know he can bend them into that top corner. We all remember the goal against Bournemouth in the cup.
Yeah. Yes.
So he is capable of it. So they're the sort of people you'd like to see over the dead ball situation. I mean, fair play. Jordan was given the responsibility to take the free kick, but he never looked comfortable doing so. So I'm not sure where that decision came from, because he can't have seen anything in training because he hasn't been training with them. So,
Scott says here, do we need more of a target man? We'll make this the last question. Do we need more of a target man up front or a Vardy 2.0, nimble on his feet and run players ragged?
Well, I think from the limited amount of time we got to see from Ayew, he is going to be the sort of, it pains me to say the name, Kelechi Iheanacho style replacement, in the sense that he's going to come get the ball deep, Chris, to feet, and he's going to hold the ball up, and then he's going to play balls into spaces, because he did that a few times in his limited spot. He's not going to have the nimble footwork and the ability to stay.
Can I just say one thing, Brad?
No, you can let me finish. I'm making the comparison, mate. That's all. It's the only comparison I can make, really. We haven't had that many strikers outside of Vardy to compare to, let's be honest with you.
No, I agree. I am being...
I know you like to be facetious, don't you, little twat?
Yes.
But no. I don't think target man's the way forward to go, because it's just a gamble then. You're just playing, you're flicking a ball on, hoping Vardy's going to run into you. And I know he did well for us in that Champions League season, but Slimani, memories, target man, hoof ball. Yeah, he used to win the ball more times than not, Chris, when you actually remember it. Do you remember how many times he actually flicked it on to Vardy or got it to a player in space? No, he was just getting his head on it and hoping someone would pick up the pieces. I don't think a target man's the way to go.
I'm going to say this now, and you may laugh at me. I think we've got a target. I think we've got shut up. I think we've got a target man in Tom Cannon.
He's not going to play, is he, though?
No, he's not. But you know what I'm saying?
No, I
for some reason,
100% agree with you, and it is going to be one of the biggest mysteries of this club right now. How a striker who had a purple patch was scoring goals when Vardy was injured, didn't score for a game and a half and then never featured again. I don't understand. He gave me David Nugent vibes, so I really don't understand how he isn't getting into this squad and playing. Because I just don't see it. I agree with Gray. We don't, apart from the training montage video, which is only a couple of minutes long anyway, it's nothing too much to read into it. I do like to see what they do attempt on the training ground pitch. I just don't understand what the poor lad's done wrong. Because if you're talking long-term future after Vardy, it certainly ain't going to be Ayew, is it? You know what I mean? At 32 years of age, 33 soon. So
well, he's got 5 years. He plays till the same age as Vardy. He's got another 5 years in him.
Well, maybe, but you know what I mean. But
as Toya Wilcox once sang, "It's the mystery." You got to remember the song. Brad, I'm going to let you go because we've got a Saturday night. We've got lives. Well, you have now. I don't. We've only got 2 more of these. We've got Tranmere on Tuesday, and you're going and enjoy yourself, mate. Back home to the KP, and then we've got this in a week's time. We've got Villa, and then that's it. I'm off, and we're not going to have a watch along for 4 weeks. But
yeah, you bugger, you're boring, ain't you? One time I could take over the role and be the big boss man, and here he goes. He ditches the channel.
I'm gonna be. I don't even want to be thinking about what's going on the channel. I'm going to go and fuck off for 4 weeks and get pissed and throw prawns on Barbies and fight with crocodiles and go into the celebrity. I'm a celebrity jungle. Brad, thank you so very much. I will see you.
Despite the result.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm going to go and cry now because I'm going to update me fantasy scores, and I will see you Monday night at 7. Have a good weekend, mate.
Take care, mate. Take care, everybody else, and let's hope for Tuesday to be a better result and outcome for us.
And enjoy yourself as well.
I will do, mate. I will do.
Have a good time. No streaking onto the pitch or anything like that.
I'll try not to. Mate.
All the best, buddy. Take care.
Take care, mate.
Cheers. So thanks to Brad there. Going to a match. I'm jealous. Well done, mate. Enjoy it. Fingers crossed that you see a good game. So we lost 2-1. Like somebody said, we are in a relegation fight. Oh yes, we are 100%. And do you know what? We weren't expecting anything else, were we? But look, we've got points on the board. It's more than our 2 promotion friends have managed, more than Everton have managed, more than Wolves have managed. I know. Straws clutching at. I am. I'll be back Monday night at 7 o'clock with Brad for the review. I will see you on then. But this has been, thank you to everybody. Sorry, I should say thank you to everybody that's been in. Thank you to Gray for modding as well. Really do appreciate it. And thanks so very, very much to Thunderfox, who became a member, $1.99. That's all it is. You help support the channel. That's why I can afford to go to Australia. No, it's not. But it does help support the channel. I've just had to pay 77 quid out to do something that will help me with the channel. Yeah, and we sit here and you look at all this. When we do all this and all the fancy things and what have you, we have to pay for the things to allow us to do that. We have to pay StreamYard to do this as well. The money from YouTube isn't that brilliant because we've got 3,000, just short of 3,800 subscribers. We're not going to be earning money, like the Man United guy or somebody like that. So $1.99 a month, it really, really, really does help. Thanks, Gray, for modding. I really do appreciate it, mate. And if you've been listening via your favourite podcast platform, thank you very much. If you're watching it on Catch Up and you want to comment below, please do so. All the best, guys. I will see you on Monday. This has been LTID TV. I've been Chris. I will be back. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.